Hey there guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be reviewing a knife for y'all that's a somewhat updated version of one I had a few years ago. This is the Boker Kolashnikov. Now, I had one of these when I was, I think, 18, 19 years old. Back then it had AUS-8 steel. These now have been updated to D2. Going to go over some of the specs, some of the pros and cons, and overall what I think of this knife and why I chose to get it and why it's probably my new work knife again. So let's get right into it. All right, y'all. So the Boker Kalashnikov series is a series of automatic knives by Boker that come in a ton of different blade shapes, a few different sizes, and even a few different mechanisms for them being automatic. With the standard one being an out the side button release, as well as they have a OTF version. Now they also have some minis and some that are even California compliant, being only like an inch and a half blade. But I got just kind of the standard one here. Now, as I said before, they are now made with D2 steel. So it is a very durable steel, holds an edge for a long time, a little harder to sharpen, but can definitely be done. It has a great textured handle. I believe it said aluminum. The blade length is 3.25 inches. Boker is a German based company. It has a deep carry pocket clip that is reversible, I believe. And by deep carry, I mean whenever it's in your pocket, well, you can't really see there, so I'll show you on my shirt. The entirety of the handle is concealed. You can only see the clip. Now, before you go out and buy anything from the Boker Kalashnikov line, please know that they're not legal everywhere. Some states have restrictions, some cities may, so just please know your local and state laws. So, we're going to go over some of the pros and then the cons of this knife here. Real quick, let's show what it came with and kind of a quick overview of the knife. So, it came in this box that is shaped like an AK mag because it is named after the infamous rifle made by Mikhail Kolashnikov. And just like the rifle it's named after, this thing can stand some serious abuse and handle some serious hard work. So, one of the pros is just how much you can do with this knife. It is an incredibly hard use work knife. There is no blade play. That lockup is solid. You know, it locks in place. You ain't got to worry about it closing on your hand or anything. And again, just like the rifle it's named after, you can shove mud, dirt, and everything else up into here, and it'll still fire out just fine. It is a one hand open and can be a one hand closed knife. Making it great for kind of an emergency knife. And it's why I love it around the ranch, because you never know when you're going to need to get to a knife fast. Now, like I said, it comes in plenty of different blade shapes. I just got kind of the normal drop point. It also comes in a clip point. There's a bull cutter that looks like a hot dog. They got one that looks like corn on the cob. They have daggers and everything else. It fits great in the hand, and you can use it with gloves. In fact, that's kind of what first turned me towards this knife. When I was 19, I had a buddy who was in the military, and this is the knife that he deployed with because it's one of the few knives he could use with his gloves on. All around, this is a great heavy use knife, and especially with that updated D2 steel. Now, the AUS-8 is still going to be fine. Now, on to the cons, there is only one, and that is the factory edge. In fact, that's what made me get rid of my first Kalashnikov. So back then, I probably sold it when I was like 21. I was just getting into really learning how to, like, the full art of sharpening a knife, reprofiling everything, how to get it just mirror polish sharp if I wanted. But I kept trying to follow the factory edge on it, and it would never be hair shaving sharp. And at the time, I was still learning about blade steels, and I actually blamed the AUS-8 steel. While AUS-8 is definitely a budget steel, won't hold an edge as long, it is still easy to sharpen. The truth is, I don't know what angle they use on these, but these have a terrible factory edge. So what you need to do is sharpen it on a 20-degree bevel. Now, if you're doing it by hand, that can take not too long with some diamond stones or a more coarse stone to reprofile it. If you have wheels like I do on a bench grinder there, it took me only a couple minutes. Work sharp's going to be about the same. But now, I mean, this thing here, it has no problem getting through some fairly thick rope with not much effort at all. The blade shape's great for both defensive purposes as well as utility. I would only use this for utility. As for defense, I prefer something with the Emerson Wave feature on it, such as this here. But you could use this defensively, absolutely. Overall, this here's a great work knife. They come in averaging around $60 to $70, but right now at Blade HQ, they have a ton of them on sale for $54. I picked this up at a local knife shop for about $65 or $70. But like I said, they have the standard size. They have smaller versions that are slightly shorter, so if you have smaller hands, you may want to grab one of those. But overall, this is an absolute workhorse of a knife. And this here will be the last knife I buy for a while, simply because I'm trying to save money. So I wanted to make sure the last one I got was going to be something that was an absolute unit I could use for anything. And it has not disappointed. Again, once I put that new 20-degree angle on there, I mean, it is shaving sharp, just shaving the hair off my knuckle there. But anyways, guys, so that there's the Boker Kolashnikov, an absolute awesome knife. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe for more content. Hope God blesses you and your family, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.